Hey, good morning, guys. Joe Madden here, joined by Brian and Rob. Pickdawgz, the morning show coming at you here, December 28th already. Wow, the year has flown by. Brian, you ready for New Year's?
I'm not really much of a partier on New Year's. I'm kind of a curmudgeon. I'm usually in bed by 11:45, but maybe this year I'll stay up a little bit.
We'll change it. I'm going to give you a call after midnight. Wake your butt up there. Rod, what about you?
Right. Just wake them up. Be like, hey.
You guys are 2 hours difference. It's a little easy.
Well, then it's going to be 2 a.m. there. It's going to be perfect. What about you, Rod? New Year's plans?
No New Year's plans.
No.
I'll probably just hang here with the wife, and we'll have a few drinks, drink a bottle of wine, have a couple beers, the usual. Normally I head out to the Sisters Acres, but not this year. I'm not going.
Do you guys
just hang at home?
You guys sit around and play cards, or is there a board game you guys whip out?
Sometimes we whip out the Monopoly board so we can scrap and fight and argue.
You're still married. I was gonna say you're still married.
Right? What's wrong with playing the Monopoly board? Sometimes it's better than Risk. You ever tried playing Risk?
No. No? I don't even know what Risk is.
Oh, Risk is you have the board game and you conquer the world. You have with your armies, so you put little armies on the board, and then you roll a dice, and then you attack each other, and you take over, and you move over, and whoever conquers the whole thing wins the game. Basically, you're taking over the world. Is what it is.
Okay, I've played that on the computer. I couldn't imagine how complicated it must be off the computer. So
it's not too bad off the computer. It's just you just have a little more pieces. it's like Monopoly. You got a board full of pieces everywhere. You got, instead of houses and then hotels, it's like big packs of armies, and then you do little armies, right? Like here's this piece, and it's like a 25 army, and then you got the little guy who's just a single army. So it's a fun game, fun times.
It sounds like it. Have either of you ever played a game called Shut the Box? This is a fun one. You can't cheat at it.
Okay, right? I only like games I can cheat. So,
well, then you're like my father. My father, actually, you couldn't play a game with him. He would, and if he's watching, Dad, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm telling everyone, but everyone needs to know you cheated everything, every game you play. So, right? He would look up like Trivial Pursuit and stuff. He'd look up the questions beforehand. He knew where everyone would sit, memorize those questions, right? My dad's super competitive. He's the reason why I love sports, why I love rooting for the underdogs. We would go to baseball games here in Calgary. He was always against the home team for everything we went to. So he's given me my competitive drive. So I don't cheat, though. So,
it's fun
but
to root
apparently,
against the home
actually,
team.
Okay, I should say I don't cheat, but I played Life with my kids over the Christmas Eve. 1 point. Well, I thought my salary was $90K. Every time, right? That was my bonus salary. I was telling the kids a lie. I was like, yeah, $90K, give me $90K. It's only $50. Totally cheated the whole game. So,
nice.
Say I don't cheat. I guess I do. Cheat at the game of life. So you guys, yesterday, NFL. Rod, I know who you were on yesterday. What'd you think of that game?
Just what I figured, that Dolphins D has come to play and playing lights out, and just like we figured, Buck running for his life, and he definitely was eating some dirt.
Well,
and if you didn't join the VIP, how could you not? You missed easy defensive touchdown by the Dolphins to kick things off yesterday. I think Brian got his under, so that's good.
Got my under, and I think a more alarm bell should have went off yesterday in the VIP when we saw it at plus 500. That you'd never see that for a defensive touchdown. So I should have gotten big on that one. Maybe not huge, but a $200 wager maybe would have been in check for that
instead of the normal $50.
Well, I was excited to see a couple of people tagged Pickdawgz on Twitter and Instagram yesterday. They did hit that, and for low amounts, $25 or $50, but that payback was beautiful, even on a $25 bet. So congratulations to everyone who was on the VIP show and grabbed that yesterday. And hats off to you, Rod. Great call on that one.
Go Dolphins!
Pay for your subscription
make the playoffs. Go Dolphins!
Absolutely. I have to eat a little bit of crow. I sat here at halftime, debated with Mitch on the Saints getting points in the second half. I really did see it coming. He did exactly what they said. They got shut out in that second half. So wasn't a thrilling game, a strong defensive game though. I thought that first half, if defense didn't get that touchdown, it really should have been a 3-3 game. So
Yep. Could have went either game way at halftime, but
Second
half the Dolphins owned it. So.
Yeah. Oh, they absolutely did. They got over their 9.5 points for that second half too. So everyone hit that was on the halftime. And Mitch, of course, was heavy on them on the money line and minus a 0.5 point. So congratulations to everyone who was on that halftime last night too. Remember, that is for free. Every primetime game, every Sunday game, we come on live at halftime. It's a lot of fun. So, and I hope you guys caught it last night. It was a fun debate with Mitch. It was like, how the hell are they going to get points? You guys can hear him, right?
Right.
They're get points.
Well, it's not like at that point the Dolphins are juggernauts. I mean, they had 3 offensive points at that point. So how are they going to get points? But they did. They did.
I really did think we'd see something out of Book there. Rod, what was your stat you had yesterday about brand new quarterbacks in games? It was a crazy one and something I should have taken more into account.
This year, like this season, it's like rookie QBs, I believe, are 1 in 15. So now it's 1 in 16. And like I said, that one win was Mac Jones versus another rookie QB. Mac Jones got the win, so I think that was.
Was it against Zach Wilson?
Yes, I think it was. Yes, it was against Zach Wilson.
That makes sense.
And
totally makes sense there.
And Mac Jones got the win, so that was the only one rookie win. Otherwise, rookies have not fared well this season in the NFL at all.
No, it definitely has been a harder season for the rookies. So, especially over some other years, I think we've seen other years rookies come in a little bit stronger than this season. I think Zach Wilson's got his over 13 interceptions, hasn't he? Check my book to see if that's cashed already for me or not. I was up to date before last weekend. I think it was at 11, but I think he got a couple more this weekend. So fingers crossed he's got those on the season. I love taking those on rookie quarterbacks, especially ones that come in so polished and shined like Zach Wilson. I didn't see much faith in him. So.
I think you'll easily get over that. You got a couple more weeks. You can throw a couple more easily.
Absolutely. You guys, we have an early college football game here. I'm not sure if you guys have premium picks on it, so we can do the first couple just in case. We have Houston taking on Auburn, and then we have Air Force taking on Louisville, and then let's also include Mississippi State taking on Texas Tech. Brian, do you want to go first on this one?
Yeah, why not? I'm going to take the under in the Auburn game, under 50.5 here. I think we're going to see Auburn's defense step up a little bit. We know Houston has the Cougs have a good defense. Under 6-1, the Cougars last 7 neutral site games. Auburn also 4-1 last 5 games to the under overall. I think you're going to see a very defensive focused game. And Mississippi State under the number. I think the Bulldogs are going to be I think they'll dominate on both sides of the ball, especially on defense with their athletes. The under's 18-6, last 24 games following a straight-up loss for the Bulldogs. And the Raiders in their non-conference games this year, 6-1 to the under, last 7. So for me, I'm going to take 2 unders here. Auburn under, Mississippi State under.
Okay, what are you liking, Rod?
And for me, I like the Mississippi State under as well. I also lean Texas Tech. I think that's too many points. I know this is Lee just like he's like, oh, I'm gonna get my money back. You can look way back in this game, and he's coaching against his old team, right? And he's still I've seen an interview, and he still has a craw on his hat over the $2.5 million that he didn't get when he left. So he's like, I'm gonna take it out of your hide in this one. I just I don't think so. I think the Bulldogs always play down to their team, and I think it's closer than what you think. I think that's just way too many points. So I lean an under as well. I think everybody thinks they're going to get a shootout, and I just don't see it. I give me the under in that one, and give me the points with Texas Tech. I think that's closer. I think it's a touchdown. I think the Bulldogs win it, but not by that many. Too many.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. It opened at 10, now 9.5 for the Bulldogs. I don't know. They've got very solid offense there, and they're super pass heavy. So if we can see Texas Tech come out and limit their pass, which they seem to be the weakest against, they're allowing 266.4 passing yards. Something could happen. And if you guys are looking at the under, I definitely can see why you're getting there with Texas Tech, keeping that tighter. I do think that they probably do. It's not one that is making any of my cards today, you guys. I'm going to stay off it. I do like Air Force and Louisville over that 55. I think we're going to have a higher scoring game in that one. I think both teams are averaging enough points and their defenses are giving up enough points that we will get that over 55. I think it's just a little bit too low in that one. I think we hit 58, 59 in that game. I think it's going to be a super fun, competitive one in that one. It's basically gone to a pick 'em. So the line has moved a lot on that. Yeah, just those two for my free picks in there. See, we've got lots of bowl games today. I'm happy to see you guys. We've got two others today. We have UCLA taking on NC State, the Wolfpack there, and we have West Virginia taking on Minnesota. Rod, what are you liking in there?
For me, I like the under in UCLA and NC State. You look, both teams are going to run the ball, and it opened at 60. It's up to 60.5. I'm going to take the under. I think we just sneak under the number in that one, as we know UCLA loves to run the ball, and that's what they do. So I'm going to take the under 60.5 on that one, and I think that's just a touch too many points for the Gophers. I know West Virginia is missing their top running back, and when he rushes for over 100 yards, they're 5-0 in games this season. But I still think that's too many. I don't trust the Gophers. I don't think the other two can throw a pick. And West Virginia keeps it a little bit closer than that. I think that's a field goal game all day for anybody playing Canadians pro line for ties, looking for ties. I think that's a 3-point game all day. Somebody kicks a field goal at the end to win it. West Virginia, the Gophers. And then the under in the UCLA Wolfpack game.
Okay, Brian, what about yourself?
Yeah, I totally agree with Rod at that with the UCLA NC State game. I think it's going to go under the 60-point total. And I also like UCLA here, plus a 1.5, 2 points here. 8-4 ATS on the year, 5-2 as a dog. NC State 8-18 ATS following a straight up win. I just think UCLA will finish off their season. I think they won 3 straight to finish out. I think they get number 4 here today. I like the under also. So those are the two for me: under UCLA and UCLA plus the 2 points, 1.5.
I'm going to have to ride with the Wolfpack here against UCLA. I really do see them coming out strong, both teams strong offensively. I just trust in the Wolfpack's defense more. I think we look at UCLA and their defense, they're not the best, and they have had some big holes in their defensive secondary. And I think the Wolfpack will pick them apart there. I think it's going to be a fun, competitive game. I think this is probably going to come down to who has the ball last. But, you're giving me the Wolfpack less than a field goal. I really do. I think that they get this one and they get that last field goal to win it here. So I'm going to ride with them. And I trust in the Gophers today. I think this Gophers team can get it done. The Gophers are strong in bowl games, 4-0 against the spread in their last 4. West Virginia is just hard to bet in bowl games and on neutral sites. They're 0-4 in their last 4 games on a neutral site, 3-13 in their last 16 bowl games. So it's just a fade of West Virginia here. I think Minnesota can get it done.
I'm just thankful that we have all these games that we could watch college football all day. Knock on wood, nothing's been canceled, so it should be an entertaining day. I think that West Virginia-Minnesota game is probably the best opportunity out there, in my opinion, but we'll have to see how that one goes.
Okay, well, best of luck in that one. What do you have for sale today, Rod?
For me, over at Pickdawgz, I've got college football triple board. We were on a nice run there, going 18-3, our last 21 college football selections, hitting over 80% winners there. Or I got a nice NBA birdcage. You can get that over at Pickdawgz Premium. Or I got my lone hockey play best bet of the day on the ice, available over at Pickdawgz Premium. Double more.
Nice. What about you, Brian?
Yeah, 18-3. That's probably close to 90%. But for me,
Getting
I got
close,
my.
it's close.
Yeah, it's close. For me, I got my get out the broom 3-pack. I'm going to sweep these babies today. I got a college basketball, my best college football bet, and my best NHL bet, all in a 3-pack for $40 at pickdawgz.com. Premium picks.
Awesome. So you guys, if you're watching, you're part of the premium and VIP membership. I just got a message from Mitch. We'll do that premium video right after this show here, and then VIP will be at normal time. I know there was a lot of questions yesterday because we didn't do that premium video in the morning. We had a combo show. So if you missed that, hopefully you caught that combo show there. Okay, guys, we've got NHL back. You want to talk some NHL before we move on to basketball?
Sure.
You guys good with that?
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk NHL. I'm glad it is back. I was really doubtful coming into today that we would see NHL. I know Brian was the most convinced of all of us, which is surprising.
Hopeful, I think. Maybe
Most hopeful of all of us. So, there is still issues on all of these teams, basically. But let's see how these games go tonight. We have the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. We have the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the LA Kings, and the Arizona Coyotes taking on the San Jose Sharks. Rod, what are you loving in this time? Well, it's all of the games tonight, just the 3.
That's all the games.
Yeah.
I'm going to take under in all 3 games because you've been off for such a long time. These games are still have question marks on who's playing, who's not playing, who's playing goal.
Yeah,
for Tampa Bay.
Who's in goal for Tampa? Right?
Yeah,
who's in goal?
I don't know. There might be a guy on the street that's going to sit in goal tonight.
Somebody from a taxi squad is going to come in and play some of these games. This is the scary part of hockey coming up in the future is taxi teams. Yes, I'm sorry, hockey's back, but I'm trying to get excited. Woohoo!
Come on, it's got to be more convincing than that, Rod. That was not a convincing woohoo.
No,
the Zamboni driver. You're right, Jefferson. We have seen the Zamboni driver before suit up and hit the ice. We might see it tonight.
We could.
We should get Rod in goal.
We definitely could. So. For
Well,
me, I'm
definitely-
going to take the unders because I think I'm going to take all 3 games under the total. I think all these teams after their break, they're fat and happy from eating Christmas dinner and going to be a little sluggish in these games, definitely. So I like the low scoring. I think goals come at premium in all 3 games tonight. Take the under, all 3.
Okay, what about you, Brian?
Well, I'm just going to stick my toe in the water with these games. Little $55, $60.
Pinky toe? Big toe? Which toe?
I'm going to stick my big toe in the water here. And I'm going to take the Montreal Canadiens plus the 1.5. I just think every filet fish out there is going to be humping up on Tampa Bay minus that puck and a half. I think the Canadiens, even though they're 6-21, 7-21, I think they can keep it within a goal. I think it's a low-scoring game. And then the Coyotes and Sharks, I'm going to take a little bit of flyer here on the Coyotes here at the Sharks. I think laying minus 200 with a team that lost 2 going into this short break. I just think that's way too much juice. I'll take a chance with the Coyotes here to get a rare win.
Yeah, I like it. I think taking these dogs on the puck line, if we're going to see lower scoring ones, is a good way to go. We look at the Canadiens and Tampa Bay Lightning game, and the underdog for the Lightning has covered the puck line in their last 8 games. And they failed, and the Lightning have failed to cover as a favorite in their last 5 games on that puck line. So I like the Montreal Canadiens on the puck line. You're not paying much juice. It's minus 110 to grab them there on the puck line. Lightning are a huge favorite, which I don't agree with coming back with so many questions, especially, we look at even for the Canadiens, it looks like Carey Price is out with his knee injury. He's on injury reserve. Vasilevsky and Elliott are out for the Lightning. Who knows what they're going to do with the goalie situation. Jake Allen's out, injury reserve. I don't know, you guys. There's going to be no goalies in net. I don't know if this is the one game that I'm like, are they actually going to play this one tonight? This is what I'm concerned. Yeah. So make sure you join us later on Puck and Crazy. We'll have definitely more info for who might be in goal. If it's two Zamboni drivers, I'm probably going to take the over in that one. I'm going to say that now.
Well, you'd have to ride with Montreal then, because if there's two Zamboni drivers, you have a shooter's chance here with Montreal, and laying almost minus 300. That seems crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm interested to see how Vegas comes out tonight. This is a situation where I do like when we see the Kings at home, but they don't do well against teams with winning records, 17-36 in their last 53. But this Kings team hasn't been as down and out as we've seen them in previous years. And they could have a chance here against the Knights. So this is one that I'm going to be looking at further. I'll be definitely talking about it more on Puck and Crazy, because depending, looking at everyone and who's going to be in goal for this one tonight, I'm going to think more about that one.
Definitely the best game on the card in the NHL, the Kings.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you couldn't take the Kings on the puck line. It would be way too much juice there. So the Knights are only minus 150 favorite in that one. So, which I don't like touching minus 150 on that money line. So if I'm getting behind it, it's the Kings or nothing in this one tonight, or the total.
150 is usually as high as I'll go on a juice.
Yeah, my rule is minus 145. So you hit that 150, it's over that magic number, and I won't touch it. What's your magic number, you guys, for
Mine's minus 150. But
what about yours, Rod?
Say, mine's about minus 140. I don't like anything higher than minus 140.
Yeah. Right. I hate paying that juice. I can't believe people will bet it at minus 175. I just won't do it.
Can't do it. If you lose, you're almost losing 2-1 on your money. No thanks.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like the other way, sure. I'm in plus 200. Nice. Get 2-1 on your money. That's the only way you're gonna make money doing this. You got to hit it. What were you talking before? You got to hit it like 80% easy to be if you're laying minus 175.
Oh, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And we see those huge favorites not win all the time. Right. Yep. So to take minus 180, it's crazy. Yeah. And Axel, I can see putting a minus 180 in a parlay. Absolutely. When you have two favorites that you're really liking, and if you throw an underdog in there, the payout's going to be fantastic. But straight up, just don't touch it.
And then to put Tampa on in regulation just because. Now I'll save some juice by putting it right. I don't know. I can't do it. I can see this game going to overtime, actually.
Yeah.
1-1 going to overtime.
Right? Yeah, I could totally see it too. So Canadians on that puck line definitely looks good tonight. So we'll see what happens there. You guys are ready to talk some NBA? We have quite a few games in the NBA today, which I'm excited to see. We'll talk the first 4 games to start off. Just let me timestamp this right now. We have the Milwaukee Bucks taking on Orlando Magic, Washington taking on Miami, Philadelphia taking on Toronto, and the LA Lakers taking on the Houston Rockets. Brian, you good to go on this one?
Oh, yeah, I couldn't come up with an NBA premium, even with this big board, maybe for a VIP show later. But as far as free picks go, I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks here. Probably a super square play here. But the Orlando Magic just 16-39 ATS as a home dog. And the Bucks have played well and covered on Tuesdays, covering 4 straight. So I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks here, laying a huge number against Magic. You mentioned Raptors and Sixers, correct?
Yes.
I believe. Yep. Yeah. I'm going to take the Toronto Raptors at home, getting the points. Now, they've been an awful spread cover team playing in Toronto here, but the Sixers, I just think this is a max 2-possession win here for them. 4 points or around 4 or 5. I think if you're getting 6.5, you go with Toronto here. So I'm going to take the Raptors.
My Raptors scare me at home. I don't know. I'm staying off that one. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I think they should be able to keep it tight, but damn, that scares me. Ron, what are you liking?
I believe in magic.
Of course you do. You got to sing that song. I'm always waiting for you to believe in magic because I love that song.
I definitely believe in magic because you look the Bucks 0-4 ATS in their last 4 games played off of 2 days of rest. The Bucks are also love to play down to their competition. They are 1-6 ATS their last 7 road games versus a team with a home record less than 400%. So we got a nice losing home record here. Bucks 1-6, and you look this Magic team. They are 3-1 ATS their last 4. They're playing pretty good basketball, and you're going to give me like a big boatload of points to go against them. The Bucks can win this, but they can win it by 8, 9, and you still cover. So give me the boatload of points with the Magic. I believe in magic.
I love it.
And the other one, I think the Raptors get pounded at home. Sorry, Raptors just got pounded by the Cavs, and now you got the 76ers coming in here. I think they pound them too. I think the 76ers still hold the grudge for. They had a nice lead in that series a few years ago, and I think they still remember. We don't like you.
Everyone remembers that.
We loved it.
Yeah.
We loved it. But so I'm going to take the 76ers to pound the Raptors. Double-digit win there.
Yeah, I'm staying off that one, you guys, because my heart really wants those Raptors to win. I've been trying to find a way, an angle where I completely believe in my Raptors here at home, other than just a homer pick for myself, and I can't do it. And then I don't like the 76ers either, 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 games. So that's a stay off for me on a side, but I do like the under in this one. I think as both teams struggle to score, as with all the COVID issues and everything we're seeing, especially on the Raptors right now, I'm going to ride with that under. I think 211 is too many points. We look at this Raptors team, they're 4-0 in their last 4 games to that under following an ATS loss. And the 76ers are 18-7-1 in their last 26 games on 1 day's rest to that under. And they're also 6-2 in their last 8 versus teams with losing records straight up to that under. I really do see it lower scoring one. And then I'm going to ride also with the under between the Bucks and the Magic, because I do think this is one that could be kept tight. And as long as it's kept tight and the Magic's come out to play today, I think defensively they're okay. Their offense has been struggling. I think we're going to see a lower scoring one, 5-1 in the last 6 meetings between these teams to that under. So I can definitely see it being a lower scoring game. And then give me the Lakers. I can't get behind this Houston Rockets team. 0-6 against the spread in their last 6 games as an underdog. And Lakers, I know the Lakers haven't been good to bettors this season against the spread overall, but they're 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 meetings in Houston. So I got to ride with the Lakers here. Probably super public.
Everyone's going to send you a Lakers jersey.
You're going to send me one? Okay. I'd wear a Lakers jersey. As long as it's like the goldy sparkling kind of one.
We'll look for one. I got to ask Al Nunez what kind of jersey I should send you, but I'll reach out to Al. We'll come up with something.
Oh, you guys make me laugh. So you're saying you don't like the Lakers tonight?
Well, I was just looking at that game, and I was, like I said, I didn't have any premiums in the NBA, but maybe I should have had the Rockets. It just looks like they're begging you to take the Lakers here. Lakers, one of the worst spread teams in basketball, but maybe that's something to dig into later in the VIP. I definitely got to come up with an NBA play for you today.
Most definitely. It's a fate of the Rockets more than it is a love of the Lakers here in this situation, right? The Rockets just have been so bad in their last 6 as an underdog. I can't get behind them.
They were on a nice little run, and then they just, I guess the wheels fell off the bus here with the Rockets.
Legs got tired. They sat down on the step and they didn't hit the court again. So
I keep looking at John Wall. It says he's getting into game shape, but I'm wondering how long this takes. So that was like a month ago that they reported that. So.
It's kind of like how long it would take me to get into game shape. Still trying, guys. I'll be there one day. Not happening, right? So moving on to the next time slot, you guys, we have the New York Knicks taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the New Orleans Pelicans, Denver Nuggets, Golden State Warriors, and OKC taking on Sacramento. Brian?
Yeah, one of the few games I got right yesterday. The Timberwolves covered with the points. I'm going to take them again against the Knicks. I think we're going to see Minnesota as they're getting healthier, make a nice little run here. You get 4 points. I think they win it outright, but I'm going to take the points for safety. You got the public humper's dream here, Golden State Warriors. I think they continue their spread covers at home, 13-4 against the spread. I'll take the Warriors, lay the points. And then the Thunder Buddies, one of the better covered teams in basketball, 21-11. I'll take the points against the Kings, who have the power to lose this game outright. So I'll take the Thunder Buddies. I'll fade the Chicken Nuggets with the Warriors, and I'll take my Minnesota Timberwolves plus the points.
What about you, Rod?
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take the Knicks here. I think the Knicks got themselves a win, and they open the floodgates and start to play some better hoops. So I'm going to take the Knicks here. 9-1 on Tuesday. They're also 10-3-1. Their last 14 games. Played on 2 days rest. Also 6-2 ATS, their last 8 as a road favorite. So I'm going to take the Knicks here. Timberwolves on the back-to-back. I got no faith in those guys. No thanks. Give me the Knicks. I'll sweat it out and go with the Knicks in that one. And the other one, the time slot I like is... I'm going to take the Cleveland Cavaliers here over the Pelicans. I think they come in and pound the Pelicans. The Cleveland Cavs team is just too strong. 25-8 against the spread. 12-4 against the number. I know the Pelicans have been playing a little better, but they're coming into a buzzsaw going. Tough spot for the Pelicans here. I'll take the Cleveland Cavs. Lay the points. They blow out the Pelicans.
Yeah, I think I've got to agree with you there. I've been trying to look at this Pelicans team. I saw one of our odds from our betting tools about the Pelicans covering the spread as a home underdog against the Eastern Conference. And they've done that their last 4 games in that situation, but I just can't get behind them here against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they're way too strong of a team. And I think this trend will break today. We have the Cavs 8-0 against the spread in their last 8 games as a favorite. 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 road games. They're just way too strong, but they have struggled against New Orleans, 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 meetings. So I think they have it in this one. I think this is one that turns around these couple of spreads that could get me on the Pelicans. It's not enough for me. I'm going to have to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers minus the points. And then every time I look at a Timberwolves game now, I hear Mitch saying if it wasn't for the Timberwolves, he would have a boat. So, you guys, we look at this game. I got to go with the New York Knicks, too. I know the New York Knicks haven't been great against the spread in their last 11 following a straight-up win, but I think they do come out strong here in this one against this Timberwolves team. So, give me the New York Knicks minus the 4.5 points. I think it's a tight one. I think they just cover that spread. Be interesting set of games today.
You know, when I'm not on the Pelicans, that there's something wrong because they usually tempt me almost on a daily basis. But I just couldn't get tempted today. I stayed away from the Pels.
Yeah, it seems too good to be true that they could cover tonight. I just can't get
Too
there.
good to be true.
Too good to be true. Just a reminder to everyone watching, hit that like, hit that subscribe. You don't want to miss any of our free content. So much new programming coming up in the new year. We're excited for everything that's going on here at Pickdawgz. Mitch has his new 7 in 5. If you guys haven't caught that kicks off in the morning. What time do you guys think that kicks off? I think it's 10:15. He had it up today. So
I don't know. Is there a set time?
I don't think there's a set time. So before this show.
Yeah, sometime before the show. So usually I think he was trying for, wasn't he trying for 8 Eastern? Like 10 Eastern?
I think so. I think that's the goal. So
I think that was the goal, 10 Eastern.
Yeah, so it is before this show, so make sure you check that out, see what he has, his 7 in 5, Pickdawgz original there. Make sure you search that hashtag, hashtag the number 7 and then in 5. And yeah, let's start using that everywhere. I'm going to start sharing it on our Twitter and Instagram and everything too, so you guys don't miss out. You guys ready to move on to some college basketball?
Yeah, I warmed up a little bit to college basketball. I told Rod there wasn't one good game on the entire board, but I think there might be 3 or 4 or so. So I warmed up a little bit to it.
I'm glad
Okay.
you
Rod, are you nice and cozy with college basketball today, or how are you feeling about it?
I'm a Ruffalo. I got nothing, no premium plays in it, but I got one play that I like on the board here today, and you guys are going to get it as a free play. So I'm not. I'm with you when you said that this card is not for me. It's not. Nothing's jumping out, and I'm not excited about anything here. So.
Look at that
At least they're
spread.
back a little bit.
Okay, Baylor and
Yeah, exactly. Look at these
Northwestern.
spreads
Spread
are
of
like
38 and a
massive.
half. Wow. North Alabama and Gonzaga, 32 and a half. Those are ugly. Oh, and then Incumbent World and Texas, 34 and a half. Wow. I had not seen those huge spreads. Well, I had, but they hadn't registered. I was looking at them earlier, but really hadn't registered. Just big shout out to everyone. We've got another local Albertan in the audience. It is absolutely freezing in the Calgary, Alberta area. Rod, has it got any warmer up your way?
No. It still says it's minus 30 with wind chills in the 40s, pushing 50 overnight.
Oh, man. All your pipes are okay now, though?
Yep.
Good. Brian, you still warmer than both of us?
Yeah, and that usually happens all year. I'm usually about 30 degrees warmer. We're sitting around 35, 36 or so. So I'll take it.
Nice. Well, it's kind of a good thing that things are closed over New Year's here, because I have been known to be one of those people that goes out on New Year's even when it's like minus 40, and you can't dress appropriate for that weather and go out to a restaurant. So probably a good thing for my health.
Yeah, because then you get hot when you're out in the restaurant. So,
well, yeah, in this weather, driving half an hour into the city, you probably should wear appropriate clothing and not skirts and heels, but that's normally what I'd wear on New Year's out. So good thing I'm staying home this year and wine by the fireplace. I think that's what this year is going to be. Okay, let's talk some college basketball. Rod, do you want to kick us off with it, or do you want me to?
I can kick it off.
Awesome. Go for it.
What the early ones we'll go with. We only got the one early game. There's one early game. The rest are all at night. So we got Alabama State at Texas Tech at 2 p.m. Eastern. The other early, all these other ones are late. Look at all these late games. So I'm looking at another early one. I guess it's early, 5 p.m. Eastern. We got Gonzaga at North Alabama.
Yeah.
Those are the two early ones. We want to go over those ones quick. Everything else is after 8 p.m. or East or late.
Did they cancel Sacramento State and Oregon State? I got that listed at 5:30. I don't know if they canceled it or not.
You know the problem, because I'm gonna have to find a different place where these are listed, because what they're doing is they're
some lines are just off.
Yeah, because what's going on is some of these games they're just rescheduled games at different times, right? So
yeah,
they took that game off the board, and I don't see it anymore. That was there this morning.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either.
But it's probably there, right? Because I don't think it was an original game in the beginning. Oh no!
Okay.
There's a whole pile. Never mind. Is it still there? No, I don't see it. I don't see that game at all.
Yeah. So in this time slot, we've got two huge spreads. We look at this Alabama State, Texas Tech. We got a spread of 29.5 for Texas Tech, and the North Alabama and Gonzaga game. Gonzaga, it's actually gone out. I thought it was 32.5. It's 33 in that one. We're looking at most people riding on Gonzaga to cover that 33 points. Ugh, I'm not touching that game, you guys. You guys touching either of these?
No, for me, just to give me something to look at, I'll put 55 on Gonzaga. Maybe that means everybody should take the other side, because I'm horrible with these super square games. But I think Gonzaga wins this one by 40. So just to keep it interesting, I'll lay $55 here on Gonzaga. Lay the 33. Nothing I'm writing home about though.
Yeah, Parlay Texas Tech with Gonzaga. What do you got? And then throw 50 on it.
Yeah, make it interesting.
Make it interesting.
There's too many good bowl games this afternoon to worry about these early college hoops, I think. But.
Yeah, I agree. Both those spreads are just too high for me to like either of them there. So I'm going to stay off both of those games. If I had to, I'd throw a little bit of money on the dogs plus the points just because I hate these big spreads and having teams off. It's been Christmas season. They're waiting for New Year's.
I was trying to see who Gonzaga had on deck, but it wasn't anybody of any importance. I think it's San Diego. I just couldn't find no reason to take the dog here, and I was looking.
Yeah.
I was looking.
Right, but these are some ugly dogs, too, when we look at these dogs, right? We got Alabama State 0-8 on the road, 1-10 straight up, 1-9 in their last 10, but they are 6-4 against that spread. So a little bit of value there, I guess, with Alabama State. Okay, if you're ready, Rod, we can move on to the next time slot.
On to the next time slot?
Yeah.
Well, the next one we got is another big giant spread. We got Baylor taking on Northwestern State. There's 38-point spread in that one. Then we got Notre Dame versus Pittsburgh. We've got Grambling versus Southern Illinois. We got Lehigh versus Maryland. We got Incarnate Word Up versus Texas. And we'll stop there. That brings us all the way to the 9 p.m. games.
Okay. Brian, what are you liking in that slot?
Now, I like this time slot a lot better than the other time slots, that's for sure. We got I'm going to take the dog Northwestern State over Baylor plus the points. Baylor has undefeated 8th ranked team Iowa State on deck next, 12-0. So I don't think they're going to be out there to blow the doors off Northwestern State. I think it falls somewhere around 30. So I'll take the 37.5 with Northwestern State. I also like a little bit better is the Lehigh plus the 21.5. The Mountain Hawks 8-3 against the spread last 11 games following a double-digit home loss. And the Maryland Terrapins have been one of the bad cover teams in college basketball. 1-5 against the spread last 6 at home. They're also 1-8 ATS on Tuesdays, 0-5 following an ATS win against the spread. So for me, I'm going to take the Lehigh Mountain Hawks plus the 21 points here. I think that's the best free college basketball pick today.
I like it. Rod, do you ever go ice fishing? That's a question in the comments.
Have I ever been? Yes, I've been ice fishing.
Do you enjoy it?
Ice fishing. No, I hate it.
Do you have one of those automatic things that drills the hole in the ice when you stand over top of it?
You stand there and you do it yourself.
People actually say it's quite warm ice fishing because of all the equipment and everything you have.
If you have a nice ice fishing tent, then it's not so bad because then you just hang out and you can. I used to have a mini TV and we used to just set it up there and we'd be able to watch some sports and you're ice fishing, but it's pretty boring, man.
Yeah, I couldn't see it being too fun. All I can think of is cold and
right. If you don't have a tent, I am not going ice fishing in -50.
No. And then I wouldn't know what to do with the fish when I caught it. I wouldn't even want to catch anything. So count me out of that.
You have to carry one of those big clubs and then you club it right over the head.
You club it over the head and then you fillet it and it's a lot of work.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. I like getting my fish from the market.
It's already done and filleted for you and ready to go. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. All my food comes from the market. I can't hunt.
Might get a salmon tonight. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a grilled salmon, a little bit of Parmesan on top. That's what I'm thinking for tonight.
I was thinking of salmon for New Year's, so I don't know. We'll see.
My parents always make
hard
a pork
to get
and
fresh salmon in
sauerkraut.
Alberta, though.
Pork and
sauerkraut for New Year's. And I don't like the way my parents cook the pork. They really dry the crap out of it. But
ooh, you like your pork a little pink?
Well, I like it to be moist and succulent, not dry. So hopefully my mom's not listening because she'll take away the like from the show. But
he loves your pork. Don't worry, he loves it. Ryan, don't
We
upset
love
your
it.
mom.
It's good.
Never admit
Mom
you
likes
don't
you
like
the
your mom's
best, but I
cooking.
gotta admit I'm an honest guy, and I like my pork a little
Yeah,
more.
pork chop. You can take a pork chop and you can just it can be nice, and then just a couple of minutes longer, and it's like, oh, this is so dry.
Yeah.
No
My
amount
mom's
of
deathly
applesauce.
scared she's gonna get some big.
Okay, Rod. Now that we let's get back on topic. What did you like in this time slot?
Well, for me in this time slot, I'm going to take Baylor. I think they blow the doors off Northwestern. Pound town Northwestern.
No way.
They're going to easily win this by 50. They're 10-1 in their last 11 at home. I don't see them taking the foot off their gas. They just beat somebody by 40 something, and then they just whooped them by 45.
No, I
before
always stay on
that.
deck. That's a big game.
They're not looking ahead in this. They're looking to get out there, get things rolling. This is a nice little warm-up game to get Baylor going.
You can still roll the 35-point win. You don't have to beat the team by.
Don't do it. Just like I said yesterday, don't do it. Don't do it. Take Baylor. Pound Town City. Blow out. Blow out. I'll take Baylor in a blowout in that one. And the other one, does it just look like they're trying to get you to take Pittsburgh? Come on, take Pittsburgh. Come on, you want the 4 points.
No.
Take Pittsburgh. I'm going to take Notre Dame here. I know they're 0-2 on the road, 0-2 against the number on the road. They look like they're begging you to take Pittsburgh. Come on, you know you want the 4 points with the home dog. Come on, you know you do. No thanks. You mean Notre Dame to blow out Pittsburgh. I think they easily cover the 4 points. I'll take Notre Dame, lay the 4. And the other one I like in this time slot all the way up to the 30 is give me Texas. Sorry, word ain't up. Incarnate Word's going to get pounded too. Give me Texas, lay the 34. The pound Incarnate Word.
Yeah,
Like that time slot.
Yeah, I can see it. You know, those huge spreads scare the heck out of me, especially because I keep getting in my head how terrible Texas's football team did at covering any spreads. Every time I see that logo, I'm like, oh, the football team did me so wrong. But I really do think we see Texas come out here and get this win and cover against Incumbent World. I just, any higher, I don't like it. It did open at 31. That's the only thing that scares me. It's being pushed up from 31 to 34. I do like the over in this too, because I think we do see Incumbent World getting some points here. So I'm probably leaning heavier towards that over 129.5 there. The over is 4-0 for the Cardinals in their last 4 Tuesday games. They like to play on Tuesdays apparently. And the over is 6-2 for the Longhorns in their last 8 Tuesday games. So we have 2 teams that play strong to the over on Tuesdays. And then I'm with you, Rod, that Notre Dame game, I got to take them minus the points here on the road against Pittsburgh. I just think this is one of those games where Notre Dame comes in and I think they win by a lot more than these 4 points. They're 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 road games versus teams with losing home records. And the Panthers 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games following a straight up win. I can't get behind them here. I think people are just seeing that they won before, and I think the spread should be higher. I think that line's off. I think it should be -6, -7, not -4. So give me Notre Dame. Does that take us to the last slot? Yeah.
That takes us to the last slot,
one.
where we got Fresno State versus Boise State. We've got Yale taking on St. Mary's. And I think that's it. Well, that is it. Everything else got postponed.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at it and I'm like off. So it's kind of crazy in there. Yeah, Yale, St. Mary's. You said that one. Oh, I'm so glad we still have some sports going. So still lots of games today.
Still lost a couple games to go there.
Yeah.
And those ones I love Fresno State here versus Boise. I think I see everybody's humping up on Boise State here. I think that's too many points now, which is what comes down to a 1 possession game. Both of these defenses solid. I lean an under as well. I low scoring game on our hands. So, but for me, give me Fresno State plus the 4.5 points. You look, they're 7-3 their last 10, 8-2 against the number in their last 10. So I think this is a 3-point game all day. So give me Fresno State plus the points. That was the one I was going to put in as a premium play if I put any in. in college hoops today. Fresno State plus the points.
I like it, Brian.
Wow, me and Rod are in total agreement on that one. I love Fresno State. I can't figure out why everybody's in love here with Boise. Fresno, it might be a little bit trappy. Fresno has been great against the spread, 9-3. You're going to give me 4.5. I think this is a one-possession game. Either way you slice it, you're going to give me 4 points to start. I'll take the Fresno State Bulldogs. I think it's right there with Lehigh's 2 solid free picks on the college basketball board.
Yeah, I like it. And when we look at these two teams matched up, the road team is 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 meetings. So I definitely think that is a really strong play by you guys there. We also look and the underdogs 5-1. So in the last 6 against that spread. So strong play there. That last game, I think I'm going to have to ride with Yale versus St. Mary's plus those points. I know not popular team to get behind this Yale team, but I think it's too many. It opened at 13.5. It's come down to 12.5. I definitely liked it better, that point higher, but I can still get behind Yale here plus those. We look at St. Mary's 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games versus teams with straight up losing records. They seem to play down to those losing teams. So I don't think they cover this one here. So give me Yale plus his points. You guys, we've had a pretty fast show today, 47 minutes. We've only got parlays left here. So
I would say right on target. I think we're 6 minutes over. Usually we're on 45. We're at 51 today. So I think we're pretty solid.
Well, it was all that board game talk, you guys. Stop talking so many board games. I'm joking. That was me. I led you guys into board games.
What meal's Rod cooking for New Year's Day? A pork?
Yeah. What are you making?
For New Year's Day, I have no plan on the menu for anything special. New Year's Day, usually it's leftover Chinese, because New Year's Eve, usually that's what I like to do. I like to order Chinese.
Oh, that's yummy. What's your favorite food to order from Chinese?
For me, I like a chicken chow mein or a mixed veggie chow mein, and then for me, I like a sweet sour pork, nice chicken ball, lemon chicken.
Nice. Lemon chicken's good.
And wonton soup. How can you? I like the war wonton soup. I like the stuff in it. So give me the pork in it and the shrimp and the broccoli and the veggies. I like that in there. So I like the war wonton soup better than the wonton soup. I like the stuff in it.
Yeah, it's one thing I've never ordered from a Chinese restaurant is the soup. So I don't know why. Never even thought of it. I'm always too busy with the fried rice and
everything else,
chicken chow mein, and I love
guys are getting me hungry.
Beef and broccoli.
Or the other one is ginger beef. Ginger beef is good too.
Ginger beef is delicious. Delicious. What about you, Brian? Favorite Chinese food?
I have a bunch of ones that are tied for my favorite. I like sweet and sour chicken. I like beef and broccoli, chicken and broccoli. I like General Tso's chicken. I like those 4. Maybe a bourbon chicken also.
Nice. And Richard is saying there's one in Calgary that's great. I've actually tried that at a friend's house. So I agree with you. That is a very good one. I can't pronounce the last name. Is it Minghua?
Minghua.
Yeah. I've had it. It is definitely delicious. So now I want Chinese food, you guys. Getting hungry here.
It's great because you don't have to. It's always leftovers, and then when after the ball drops, you can pull out the Chinese and have leftover Chinese later in the day. I like it because it's quick, easy, and you can feed a whole bunch of people with it. And
reasonably priced.
Oh, it's snacks. Yeah, and it's reasonably priced too. And then you don't have to cook.
That is true. I have to say though, my favorite takeout is East Indian. I love a good spicy curry, and I cannot make them like the East Indian stores can. So spicy vindaloo, spicier the better. It's always delicious. Yeah. Rod does not like. Rod doesn't agree. So now I know what not to serve you if you ever come visit my way. Don't pull out a spicy curry. I was super fortunate because a very good friend, family friend of mine, used to own Nabob's, and if anyone is from the Calgary area, you would know it. It used to be where the bell tower was, or has gone up. super famous. All the Calgary Flames used to go there and everything. And he made the best vindaloo. And we always used to go to his restaurant and eat. He moved out to Aspen when the bell tower went up, but he ended up having to close because of COVID. So I'm looking for my yearly invite over to his house for dinner. Hoping that happens soon. So Jimmy, if you're listening, I'm ready to come for dinner. Ready for curry. That's for sure. Okay, you guys, let's move on to those parlays. Who's ready?
For me, I got a mixed sport parlay. I'm going to go take Fresno State plus the points. We're going to go in football, take Texas Tech plus the points. And in NBA, take the 76ers and lay the points. Parlay those three up.
Okay, Ryan?
For me, I'm going to take the Fresno State Bulldogs plus the points over Boise State. I'm going to take the under in the Texas Tech game in college football. And then the Thunder Buddies plus the points against the Kings.
Nice. I'm going to take Air Force on the money line, you guys. I'm going to take the Montreal Canadiens on that puck line plus 1.5. And then I'm going to take the Cleveland Cavaliers minus those points there. So that's it for us, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you're looking for any of our best bets, head on over to pickdawgz.com under the premium section. And then you guys, if you haven't checked out our betting tools over there, they are getting improvements week in, week out. There's so many stages to these betting tools. They're incredible. I was looking this morning. I can't believe the differences from just the other day. So go check them out. They're all for free. You'd be paying on other people's sites, especially in the player props and everything like that. So thank you guys so much for joining us here this morning. We will be back tomorrow morning. Puck and Crazy will be up later today. We'll also have the soccer show later today, the drive-thru tonight. Either of you on the drive-thru tonight?
Yeah, I'm on the drive-thru later tonight.
Nice.
Not me. I'm off tonight.
Nice. You get to relax. Rod will be on the drive-thru. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button so that you don't have to remember when all of these shows start. Because like I said, there's so much more programming coming also in the new year. So you guys have a great day. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Rod. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow.